Hello, this is Ice and Quinn with my co-host Thackeray the Cat, who is doing his best to catch anything that is on the screen. Well, look what I got in my hands. This episode we're going to be looking for some fragments to see what we can find. I'm not sure what we'll find, but we'll hopefully find something. First, if you haven't watched my other videos, this plant that you get off the island, that I show how to get off the island, is pretty good for water. Go ahead and consume that. Change it to my left trigger. Not bad. Let's try another one. You know, with update 1, they made a lot of improvements. One improvement is not, well, I want to say they did improve the video lag, or the lag in the game, but it's still very noticeable. Let's put that away. Okay, we've got our water up. They've added shadows. That I didn't expect. Sure, what is this shadow of? I guess it's this tree here. Okay. So if you didn't watch other videos, fragments that are nearby, and I did cover for these wonderful devices here. And then if we go over to the green room, if I can move the lag, hopefully it's just in the ship. I've played the game a few times since the latest update, and it doesn't seem to be just in the ship. Here's my greenhouse. I'm growing a number of things in here. You can get these from the island. If you want them, you can watch the other video. The most important things are really this lantern plant and then the tree that's on the island right here. The bulbo tree. That's the name. Oh, I feel like I'm walking sideways. So, in the prior video I explained pretty much all you need to know about getting resources in the latest update and how to build a base, and the problems you're going to find when you go to build a base. That'll be the no energy and the base decompressing. Let's go upstairs. Don't have this room filled out too much yet. Do we have a battery charging? We're going to grab that. Here. That with us. We always want extra battery, extra food. So the water processing, it's actually desalinization, but I forget. Oh, water filtering device. It will give you plenty of salt, so that way you can keep your food fresh, actually salted. Let's go ahead and hop in sub here. Not really a sub. What we are looking for,
welcome aboard,
is
Captain.
a sub. This first base is not too far from the actual landing pod, because I wanted to get a base up as soon as possible so I could stop having to worry about food. I think maybe the lag is a little bit worse. Maybe it's because I'm near the base. Let's go up. I am wearing a radiation suit. That's down. That's the island over there. And this is the other island, but it's also the direction of sand dunes where you can locate some of the Cyclops parts. That's really what we're looking for here. And any other parts. So pop in, as you are noticing probably right now, does seem to cause some lag issues. You do want to take your time, because, well, you'll just be getting more lag, and you don't want to pop into anything that's about to appear in front of you that you didn't see before. Say underwater mountain, reef, large creature. A little bit of time to adapt to it. And now that they have a recharger, which I did get near the island on the way back from the island, actually, and I think that is covered in the video. Oh no, I think I got it outside of the video. I just show where it is, though. You can get that, and that will make your life a lot easier. There's fragments over here. Can't tell because of the There's a fragment there. I'm not trying to get that close. Let's see where our favorite fishes are. Hard to tell. So if they're coming this way. Staying over there. They're fighting with each other. That might be... Oh, didn't mean to move that. Might be a good time to get out and see if we can scan it. Let's try it. Where is it now? We might have to get back in. Oh, it's right in front of us. Battery charger fragment. Already have it, but I guess you can see where we can get it from. Oh, left trigger. Okay. Since I don't have a compass, fragment over there, I think I'm still too close. I'm probably going to get a lot of battery chargers. Let's go up and see what direction we're heading in. That was a quick peek, wasn't it? That's where we're coming from. But you can use the pod as a guide. Again, that was sort of the red seaweed area. I'm looking for the sand dunes. If I can endure the lag. I have moved away from the ship, as you can tell, but I'm not sure. I think maybe it might be getting a little bit worse the further we go out. Yeah. I'm... You know, the first release of the game had some definite lag issues. They've added more terrain now. See there. Ship with some parts. Let's see what parts we got down here. An engine part? Nope. That's just something to keep that guy happy. There's an egg down there, though. It was difficult to play. And particularly when you got in the Cyclops, the lag became very, very bad. Or a Cyclops near a location. I don't know if we can actually get out. Get to it. It is nightfall now, so these guys are aggressive. My rule is don't even bother getting out at night, because you're just going to be chomped up. But it doesn't look like they're around. They're making a video. A couple bites gonna do. Probably sends me. Found one. Unless I was deep enough to hit something, I don't think I was. Another thing the game does is seems to endlessly play sounds that aren't really in the game. Well, for creatures. They're in the game, obviously, but from creatures that aren't in the game or aren't nearby. So you get sort of a multitude of sounds. Let's look at our location, because this isn't really accomplishing much here. Okay. And see if we can find those fragments again. Oh, okay. And he's... Oh, okay. Maybe he's not by him. So, guy over there. A little sawtooth shark there. Now, I dislike the way they pop you out of the sub, too, because you don't know what direction you're going in. Solar panel fragment. I already have that. I thought we were too close. That's one of the problems, is that if you're looking close now, you will get a lot of repetition. The solar panel fragment will not show up in your blueprints list, so it's something you're actually going to have to spawn into the game using the console commands. I cover that in 2 videos, on the first release video and then the first update video, the first one in the series. Here is another fragment, but I don't know if we're far enough away to get anything new or not. Oof. It's actually the lag that's driving me crazy here. Okay, let's get out and see if we can test this one. Solar panel. Oh, okay. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to get much further away. Well, if you're considering trying the game, it's definitely worth trying. I'm thinking they will get the lag issue fixed. Obviously, it's quite an issue. I didn't realize quite how bad. Initially, in my first video, I believe I state that they've improved it quite a bit. But it appears that once you start getting into areas where there's a lot of terrain, and you get these pop-ins, then I'm guessing the lag is just going to be adding up. I haven't done any building. I've not built anything. I've not actually done anything that should cause additional lag. How far is this cliff here? I do see that fragment there. I'm just looking down here to see how far down we can go. Whoa. Apparently a long way. I'm not even control this critter right now, the vehicle. We'll take a look around because I hear one of our sand shark friends growling someplace. Yeah, he's right there. Oh, there's 2 of them right there. Once they start playing, the sand's usually a pretty good time too. There's 3 of them, it looks like. Can back up. It seems like night is incredibly long. Try and put this between me and them. And go ahead and get out and see what it is. Don't be a solar panel fragment. Solar panel fragment. Okay. Well, you have an idea of how far out the solar panel fragments are going to go. That one is definitely loud. My co-host, Thackeray the Cat, is doing his best to get involved in this video. Oh, there's another critter. And maybe it's the altered terrain. Maybe because the update has so much in it that it's causing it to lag out now. Maybe, I just don't know. This looks like a good place to build a base, to be quite honest. I believe I've seen people building bases in this area. I mean, the creatures in the area don't make it particularly good, but once you're in the base and you can get it built, then it would be good. You can't modify the terrain, and you still get pop-ins or clipping from the terrain when you build structures. So I don't know if we're actually going to find anything over here. I'm going to go up higher. In case you don't have this vehicle yet, then you'll want to swim. Well, I don't think you'd make it very far without the vehicle, to be quite honest. So you do want to... All the fragments are pretty close to the escape pod, so you should be able to get those. And he looks like he's busy. I'm going to have to get some food shortly. I think there's 2 of them out there. I gotta see where it is.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Was it that far away from it? Okay, on over on the other side. Try getting out again. I have my solar panel fragment. Okay, well, this video might be called Solar Panel Fragments. You know, I don't even believe that there's going to be anything there, so I'm going to keep going this way. This will be parallel to the aurora, and normally you would find in this area. Well, you should be approaching the mushroom biome if you continue on this path. And, you know, to get here, we went directly away from the aurora in the escape pod, and now we are going parallel to it. Actually, not so parallel because we are at the island right now. Well, if you didn't know there's an island here, it's right here. I did find a solar panel, not a solar panel, no, I'm saying it, a Cyclops fragment right on the beach, which was very convenient. But not sure. The drops literally drop. You can see them as you get near an area. They'll spawn and drop down. It was a little bit more obvious in the first version. This version, it's not so obvious. Maybe because everything has to pop in. I'm looking around the island again. I guess I could turn off the lights there. Well, not seeing much of anything. This video might be called Exploring, since it looks like the island is going to be the best bet for finding anything, which will be mainly lithium, gold, and diamonds. But that's not bad. You need those materials. Let's see if there's any fragments up there. None right there. Okay, now the water cut out. The water sounds cut out. Now they're back. Going down. See if we can find anything down here. This is right off the coast of the island, where there's a large creature who's very upset. Which I've never encountered yet, unless that was him right there, or it right there. Oh, there's a fragment right here. There are piranha in this area. They'll start hitting your vehicle. You'll know when you've encountered them. Don't really see anything, so I'm not sure what's making those sounds. But common issue in the game. There's two right here, so while everything's popping in, let's hop out and let's pop out and do a scan. And that was a little bit closer than that. Terraformer fragment, which we can't use because they've taken it out of the game. I always have difficulty finding this thing. I did not realize. I thought it was a little bit closer than that. I like to keep it fairly close. Up. Up. Very difficult to control when you're getting this much lag. Okay, I'll hit the out button again. Oh, there's a fish I want. Oh, power transmitter fragment. I think I have 2 of those. Yep, so I have all of those now.
New blueprint acquired.
That will help greatly with the solar panels that you have to pop in. So let's keep on going just to see what we can find around the island, since it's an easy landmark. And it's pretty deep. Lots of terrain to pop in. And I'm guessing, given the... Oh, there's one of the piranha. The pop-in issues are having difficulty spawning in all the wildlife. Because normally you're being overrun. I'm actually, by piranha at this point, I'm actually holding the up button for maybe 2 seconds or so and not getting much of a response. It takes a while for it to respond. And you can see the pop-ins are still, well, just as bad here. Almost going around the island. I can tell that's an arch there. Tunnel, if you want to call it that. And, well, over here. The island used to have a considerable amount of drops right around it here. This island. This is not the one with the fruit trees on it. It's the one that is, I call it Lithium Island, because it's quite a bit of lithium there, which you'll want to strengthen your base after you build it, so it doesn't leak, and you can put windows in that. Yes, wow. Unless the... oh, here's something. Can actually... yeah, don't be a solar panel fragment. I never know which direction this sub's going to throw me out in. Terraforming fragment. I think there's only 2 parts to it, so technically we have it, but you can't use it.
New blueprint
So,
acquired.
the blueprint you can't use, you can find on the island. And I believe they've removed the terraforming blueprint because there was issues with changing the terrain in the game. And possibly, if it ever goes to multiplayer, that would be a nightmare. You want the landscape to remain consistent. I know just if you're trying to optimize a game, if you have someone changing the terrain shape, there's just that much more to keep track of. Even if you're doing it, you know, voxel style, it's still a lot of data to keep track of. And in this case, they are using, you know, skins and basically panels is what they're called. So if you look at these, there's a lot of shapes that are very similar because they just use the shapes and, you know, repeatedly over and over. Since it's, you know, rock terrain, doesn't make much of a difference. I thought I saw something here. Yeah, so it might be you need to take a little bit longer to you know, wait actually for the stuff to pop in, because I might be a Seamoth upgrade. I can use that because I don't have the Seamoth upgrade. That's the second one, so I need 1 more of those. So it turns out if you take your time around the island, maybe you can find something. If we can find that last Seamoth fragment. I believe the first one I found was here as well, but you know, they're not in order, so there's Seamoth fragments spawning in this area. You should be able to find them. And I think I see something down here. Well, I see some things over there too. I don't know what that is. Some interesting... oh, I think that's... no, I don't know what that is. I don't know what this is. Let's get out quickly before it gets too dark. I have to go back and get some food. Good, we got the last one. So you know where to find this, at least. Oh, so much lag that.
Caution. Dehydration detected.
I'm not sure. It looks like I unlocked everything there. Okay.
New blueprint
Well, let's go up to the island, see if I can have some food, and then we'll, I guess, end the video there. So we did find something worth having, which is good news. What we did find also is that the lag... oh, maybe this is just a new island. Huh. No, I didn't think so. It's just taking a long time to pop in. I remember this bay. There's a fragment over there too. Well, let's go over there. Probably another Seamoth fragment. Wanted to get up. You don't want to hit it. So get up on the island so I can eat. I think it should stay there. Where am I? Oh, here we go. It's right there. Of course, there's critters on the... that's another transmitter fragment on the island, so you want to be careful about them. I find it's best just to dodge them. I'm not going to be able to because I'm going to be eating food.
Vital signs
Have some of
stabilizing.
that too. Have the other water and the other food. And it's getting near dark again. As I said in the other video, I don't even bother. These guys don't do too much damage, so you're better off just collecting the lithium and hitting the rocks. And I don't know what the flying things do, so I've altered my, there's a diamond, my pickup to the left controller so that way I can catch fish a little bit easier. That might be something you want to do. Hopefully the flying things don't land on you like one of the old Star Trek episodes and consume you. Let's pick that up. There's more lithium. I think that's about all we're going to learn from this video. Well, I've got my knife out as though I'm actually going to use it. I'm not. Hop in our sub here.
Welcome
And
aboard, Captain.
oh well, I guess I'll leave it with this scene here. So if you need the Seamoth, I did find my first fragment here, and the other two just go around the island and you can find those. Obviously, if you don't have solar panels, you get those, but again, you're going to have to use the commands, which is left button, right button, bumper, left button, right bumper, and then A, all three at the same time. And that'll open up the commands, and then you can find there's a wiki list, but give item solar panel, and solar panel with no space, and it will pop actually the whole solar panel in, so you want to point at the place you're going to put it, maybe a platform, and then get as close as you can, and then just pop in the command, leave the command there, and just keep doing it over and over, and you can get all the solar panels placed. But that's not what this video is about. This video is about collecting some of these fragments. We got the upgrade for the Seamoth, and I've got the Seamoth on the way back from the other island. So that makes sense. I put them on the two different islands so you can go out and find those. I wanted to say that the Seamoth is a little bit closer to the Aurora than it is to the other islands. If you're not sure what I'm talking about islands, just watch the first video or any of a million videos on this game. So thank you for watching. If you like the video, give it a like. If you want to follow, give it a follow. If you have a comment, feel free to make a comment. Whether you like it or dislike it makes no difference. And I'm Ice and Quinn on all platforms. You can catch me on Twitch playing most of these games live. And until then, remember to have a good day.